we're going to start off with Philly halftime. So, halftime, who you got here? Chiefs or the Ravens for the game tomorrow?
This is going to be a really good game, but
Yeah, I can't wait.
gotta go Kansas City. There's a dude named Patrick Mahomes that he is just going to be awesome. He's just phenomenal. And they got that rookie wide receiver, and he's
Yeah,
fast as hell.
I
Who's
still
going
don't
to
understand.
cover him? So,
Yeah. All right, Nikki?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go Kansas City. It's interesting. Stephen A. Smith gave a good analogy about the Ravens against Kansas City. Gave a boxing analogy. It's like you're a knockout artist, you got good punching, but then you go against someone who's similar to you, and it doesn't work no more. You don't have the antidote to beat those opponents. That's Baltimore against Kansas City. They have that flashy offense, but anytime they go against Kansas City, only one time they've had the answer, and that was in an early regular season game like 3 years ago. But when it matters most, they don't have the answer against Kansas City.
Right, right.
but they just went and got a good running back. So, maybe they
Yep.
have the answer.
Do they? They're. I'm going with the Chiefs here.
If Baltimore, let's just say I'm still going with Kansas City, but let's just say
I'm going with
Baltimore
Kansas
does
City,
win.
but I'm just saying,
Like
Baltimore made some moves.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, if Baltimore wins this first game, you'll be like, all right, nice. That's a promising start. But I can't really say that Baltimore truly beat them until January. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Right.
This is still a what if.
All right. So back to me. We're doing the snake, by the way. So starting at halftime, went up to me. Now going back. And of course, I get the Eagles. Of course, I get the Eagles. So, eeny meeny. Enough said. Enough said. Nikki?
I'm going with the Eagles in this one. Now, I do think the Packers are a better team than some think, but I still got the Eagles in this one.
Understandable. Understandable. Halftime?
I got the Eagles, but listen, Green Bay just went and got running backs. They got that defense. That defense is good. And they got some weapons over there in Green Bay. Can Jordan Love show up? That's what we're doing. That's the whole thing. But I got the Eagles. I think the Eagles have a lot of weapons, and not Jalen Hurts has a lot of new toys to play with. So I got the Eagles winning this one, but by a close one.
Yeah, I got a close one. It's going to be, I have 28-21. If you guys know, I went with 28 and 21 mostly every single game last year. I'm going to go with that one again. So, halftime, you're up again. Steelers, Falcons.
Oh, I picked the Steelers. And I know the Atlanta Falcons, they went and got an edge rusher, and they went and got a safety. I think the Steelers defense is unstoppable. I think they're really good. I know you got Russell. Everybody's acting like Russell Wilson never freaking threw a football now, but he did win a Super Bowl. So, let's see what he can do with the Steelers.
Yeah, Nikki.
Oh, I'm going to go with Pittsburgh in this one. Because Pittsburgh, hey, they usually find ways to win games. They're not favored against teams like remember the Rams early in the season last year? They were kind of meh, and Pittsburgh got beaten by upset. I was like one of the few people that picked Pittsburgh in that one. In Atlanta, they're at that point where they could win the division with a softer. Some people say they could, but I'm not fully sold on Atlanta. Even though they say their schedule's easy, I don't think it's as easy as people think it is. But Pittsburgh, we at least know they're consistently at least in contention to make the playoffs. And they're at least, even with Russell Wilson at this stage in his career, he's still an upgrade over Kenny Pickett in
Yep.
this case. So a team
Mhm.
that can win with those type of quarterbacks can at least beat a team such as the Falcons.
Yep. So for me, it's going to come down to the Steelers' defense, obviously. They just got Cam Hayward. They gave him an extension. With Atlanta, though, they do have a high-powered offense. They are very fast. I mean, Bijan Robinson. They got Drake London. God, who's their quarterback?
Kirk Cousins, right?
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins, yeah.
The freaking he made almost a freaking $1 billion. Don't know how, and never won a Super Bowl.
Yep. What is up, Arku? He got Atlanta with this one. Arku, it looks like you're gonna go solo here. I'm going with the Steelers on this one.
Are you talking
How
about
about-
Cousins?
Nah.
Yeah, he's never even started in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he made over almost $1 billion. With all his contracts, he almost made $1 billion.
That is
Nick.
just insane.
That's crazy.
Overpaid.
Nobody has made more money. No player has made more money than Kirk Cousins.
Mm-hmm. That is insane. So
Not
next
Patrick
up,
Mahomes, nobody.
so it's my turn. Cardinals against Bills. I'm going with Buffalo on this one, even though I do believe they are taking a step back this year. They lost Stephon Diggs. Yeah, I just don't feel good about the Bills in this for this season at all. So I still got them winning because the Cardinals suck. So I mean, the Cardinals. I cannot wait to see Marvin Harrison Jr. play. That is going to be really, really fun to watch. So, all right, Nikki, who you got?
The Bills.
There you go. All right, halftime.
I got the Bills. I mean, Cardinals suck, though. So, you know, plain and simple, they suck. Yes, did they went and got Marvin Harrison Jr.? Yes, but they made a couple. They had some sneaky wins last year. I don't think they'll beat the Bills, and I don't think the Bills are that good this year because they lost their number one wide receiver. But I still think they should be able to beat Arizona. So,
And then halftime, right back at you. Tennessee or Chicago? Oh my God! Look at the percentages picked.
wow.
Could Tennessee arguably be the worst team in the league?
I'm picking Tennessee because I do not believe all the hype with the Bears. I'm picking Tennessee because I don't believe all this hype that all this smoke that everybody's talking about the Bears. I just don't believe it until I see it. I know they got weapons and all. They went and got another wide receiver. They went and signed DJ to an extension. But I just don't believe the hype of the Bears.
Same. At least
So
not
you're
this season.
So you're going Tennessee too, Nikki?
This is a tough one because the Bears.
It really is.
Caleb Williams' first game, though. He could be a star over time, but it's still. We'll have to see what he does throughout the season.
He could be a turnover machine. Nobody knows what he's going to be right now.
Right. I mean, it's a tough one. I don't. And the Titans, I'm not fully sold on Will Levis either. I'm
not sold on him either, but I don't believe all the hype with the Bears.
I don't know who to pick. I'm kind of like on a.
I think you got a coin flip going on.
The Bears.
I am going with, on the tiebreaker. Titans or Bears? I'm the tiebreaker.
One of us is going to be the lone wolf.
I'm trying to think who can that be. You know what? I'm going with Tennessee just because I don't want halftime to be the lone wolf and then call me and be like, "Ha! I got it right."
Listen,
I'm
I
going,
get 5 wrong every week. You're going to say
I'm
I
going with
get
Tennessee.
5 wrong every week.
Yep, me too. All right. So, who made the last pick? Was that
So,
me?
Nikki, you're the lone wolf. You got a howl.
Yeah.
You got a howl, Nikki. You're the lone wolf. You got a howl.
You gotta howl like a wolf, Nikki.
He's a fuck y'all. I ain't doing that.
F y'all. All right.
Oh,
Bengals,
please.
Bengals, Patriots. Going Bengals.
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 Halftime. It's just
I
like
think the Patriots are going to be the worst team in the NFL.
my worst team is actually, I was going to say Tennessee, but I picked them to win, so I can't say that. All right. Halftime, you first. The Colts or the Texans? Texans at the Colts.
Oh.
Yo, look who's here.
This is going to probably shock people because how good Houston's been. But I'm going with the Colts.
I could see that though. I could with Anthony Richardson being back because the Indianapolis without him was still a solid team.
And they got the running game is really good.
Yeah. So, AK, how's it going, man?
What's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
Doing good, doing good. Glad you're back. So, I'm gonna let you make your picks, and then we'll come back to mine. So, first game, Chiefs or not? Oh yeah, the Chiefs. Bear. Oh my God, Ravens at the Chiefs.
You know what?
Are you, you're going Ravens?
No, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs on this one, man. That defense was disgusting last year. It's a very, very young core group of individuals, and they're only getting better. So I'm definitely going with Kansas City on this one. It's gonna be a great game.
And then I think I know where you're going with this one. Packers at the Eagles in Brazil.
Well, I mean, I'm obviously gonna go with the Eagles, man. You know, but Packers are going to be a good team. I expect this to be the NFC Championship game, in all honesty. So we might have a preview here of what's to come at the end of the year. Green Bay is going to be a good team, man. You know, and only thing that I'm worried about on our team is our D line. You know, I know we have a great team. I know everything is where it's supposed to be, but I'm just skeptical of the D line right now. That's all. You know, Jordan Davis has to make his jump. Carter needs to continue to grow and do what he's doing. He's been phenomenal. Nolan Smith is probably my question mark. You know, if Josh Sweat goes down, or you know, if anyone for that matter can Nolan do it? You know, I think us as fans, we all question it. I'm not down on the kid yet. I'm not out on the kid yet, but there's question marks. So just all depends on our D line, man. But everywhere else, I'm comfortable. So
Steelers at the Falcons.
See, I hate this game because I actually have high hopes for both these teams. I'm gonna give this one to Atlanta.
Okay.
You know, I really like what Atlanta has done. Jesse Bates in that secondary last season was phenomenal. You know, he solidified that secondary. Bijan's going to be a monster this year with Algier there too. This is going to be Kyle Pitts' breakout year. You know, Kyle Pitts has never had a quarterback. You know, yes, I understand it's Kirk Cousins, but at least Kirk Cousins will have the ball where it needs to be, and he's reliable as a passer. So I have Drake London and Kyle Pitts going ape shit this season, bro. So yeah, I'm going to give this game to Atlanta.
Cardinals at the Bills. Do I even have to say it?
I'm going to give it to Arizona.
I knew it.
All right,
AK's the guy that would do that.
Listen, man, it's not even the fact the Bills are a good team, but bro, we are 5 years into this Josh Allen. Who's their head coach? What's his face?
McDermott.
Sean McDermott thing. Thank you. Listen, every year, same fucking hype. Every year, same results. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If McDermott don't get it done this year, I think he's fired. You can't sit here and have a quarterback like Josh Allen. And this has actually been a pretty damn good team for the last 5 years. Yes, they've had some holes, they've had some injuries. Von Miller getting injured really hurt this team, but sorry, man. I got to give it to Arizona right now.
All right.
So, yep.
Titans at the Bears. Me and Halftime picked the Titans. Nikki picked the Bears.
Yeah. God dang it. Listen,
This game is so bad.
I'm on Bears just because of the moves they made at the trade deadline last year and then free agency this year. I don't think that Eberflus is a bad coach. I just think he's had. I don't know. We'll find out. But this team is a very good team on paper. The Bears. We'll see what they got. I'm not as high on Caleb Williams as other people. I think mentally he's another Carson Wentz. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, Bears have a good team, man, and I think it's better than Tennessee's. So definitely going Bears.
Yep. Okay. Happy birthday, old man Mitch again. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. AK, Patriots or Bengals? Why?
I don't even know who to choose on this one. Yes, I get Joe Burrow is the quarterback, but is Joe Burrow going to be healthy all season? Is this team? The Bengals have kind of been another Bills team, dude. Hype all year long, and then what do they have to show for it? But then the Patriots, brand new head coach, different era. I don't know. I'll go with the Bengals, I guess. I don't know, man. I do like Milton, the Patriots quarterback. I think he looks really good. I just don't know how good their head coach is going to be the first year there in New England. So I'll go Bengals just because they have chemistry already.
And this is where we left off. For me, I'm going with the Texans over the Colts. How about you, AK?
Yeah, I'm going Texans over Colts. I heard halftime say Colts, and I understand what he's saying. But man, CJ is phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
Kid is fantastic, and now you give him Stephon Diggs, like, you know what I mean? And he has Tank Dell, and I'm just saying, man, this offense is going to be really good. Defensively, I'm not worried about them. They have a very good defense. As long as everyone stays healthy, dude, this team is going to be dangerous. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
really like what Houston's done.
So halftime, I don't know if you read what Chad had said. So he's asking you if you heard about his uncle.
No.
Like, did he? So yeah, his uncle's not doing well with the brain tumor. Got even worse, and he came to walk his daughter on her wedding day.
Wow.
That
Oh my
sucks.
god.
So, Chad, sorry to hearing about that, dude.
Horrible.
Sorry to hear about that. Prayers go out to your
Uncle and his family in general for this
Yeah.
hard time. Happy birthday, Mitch, aka Mitch Halftime, aka Mitchy Poo. All right. Phil still calls me Mitchy Poo. He's the one that started this. God dang. uh, uh, Jacksonville.
Wait, you
And
didn't get Nick's
no,
pick on.
Nick went with the Colts, I thought.
Yeah, I did go. I was leaning toward the Colts in this one.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I
Yeah.
didn't know if you called that one.
Yeah. All right, let's start with AK, then go up. Jaguars, Dolphins.
Well, you know what, man? I'm
You're
going
going Jacksonville?
I am. Yeah, I'm going crazy here. You know, this Doug's got to prove something now. You know, he's in his fourth or third year, something like that. I forget.
Yeah.
It's his third year.
Third? Okay. Yeah. Trevor Lawrence just got paid. Not
He's
deserving money paid.
Yeah.
In my mind, when you have the same stats of just Gardner Minshew or not Gardner, Blake Bortles
Daniel
in your first
Jones.
3 years, I don't know, man. I listen. I get it, but I like Trevor. But damn, man, just totally feel he got a little overpaid there. So he definitely has to bring the thunder this year because he needs to show he can, bang for his buck. So I'm definitely going with Jacksonville here. Um, Miami's going to be good though. I just, it's Hill and Waddle. Come on, they're Rockets. They're going to do what they do. Miami is going to be a good team, but I got to give it to Jacksonville here, man. They got to do something.
Yeah. Alexander thinks it's going to be a shootout game, which I can see. I
Yeah.
can see that.
He's got too.
All right. So, halftime. Who you got, man?
I got the Dolphins. And I will say this. Dougie P is going to be on the hot seat just because they just gave up a lot of money to their quarterback. So I think he's going to be on the hot seat. I'm going to call it. He's on the hot seat this year. I agree with AK on this one. I'm saying he's going to be on the hot seat where if he don't do it this year, he's going to get fired.
Yep. Nikki, who you got?
I got the Dolphins in this one. They'll get the win. They'll start off nice and hot, looking like potential contenders.
Yep. And then they're going to go right down the hill.
Or they completely fall flat on their face instantly.
Right.
Maybe.
All right. So for me, I'm going with Dolphins. I never trusted Trevor Lawrence. I've always called him Bo Callahan. So if you guys seen the movie NFL in the movie Draft Day, you'll understand why. So I just never liked Trevor Lawrence. I never did. I never saw the hype. Never did. So going with the Dolphins here. And then back to me. Panthers, Saints. Nikki,
Saints.
halftime.
Saints.
AK.
Hold on, I'm thinking. Shit. No, I'm trying to think of. I know that Bryce Young is going to be the quarterback. I
Yes.
know. Leggett is there. They got rid of Burns. Who the hell is the starting quarterback? Carr for the Saints.
Yes.
Still okay. Kamara.
Everyone is picking Saints. Looks like.
Olave. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because they have Chris Olave and. But you know what? Hey, there could be a surprise here. Just saying. Don't know. But I'll go Saints with y'all.
I will
All
give
right.
you a hot take on this.
What?
I do think Carr probably be getting traded in by the trade deadline.
Really?
I can see that.
I'm gonna go with that one. I'm gonna say he gets traded by the trade deadline.
All right. And AK, still at you. Vikings, Giants.
There is no fucking way that the Giants win this game. Minnesota, by far, hands down. Okay, just
Yeah.
putting that shit out there. This defense for Minnesota was nasty last year. The only reason their team fell downhill is because Kirk Cousins got injured. Like, let's all remember that. They still have Justin Jefferson. They still have halfbacks. They still have a defensive line. They still have an offense. Let's not twist this, man. The Giants did not get better. They didn't get worse, but they sure as fuck didn't get better either. Okay? You still have your same shitty fucking quarterback, your same stupid head coach that calls 3 screenplays in a row on your 5-yard line. Okay? Like, this team is going nowhere. They're probably going to start out 2-6, at the beginning of the season. They might get 6 wins all year again. So, Minnesota, hands down, no question.
All right. Halftime.
I got the Giants.
What
There
the
you
Now,
go.
the Vikings lost their quarterback, lost their cornerback, and
no.
and it's just going to be an upset. I'm not saying the Giants are going to be any good this year.
I need you to call.
They're just going to have enough to beat the Vikings.
Listen, Sunday, I need you to call me at 4 p.m. to apologize. Okay?
Okay, you call
All
me
right.
to apologize too.
I will.
Okay. Whoever wins,
We're gonna have
the other.
a apologize, man.
Bro, this game is going to
You.
Bro, this game is going to be like 24-7, dog. I don't even know what you're thinking.
All right. All right. Nikki, who you got?
I'll take Minnesota. Yeah, I'm not sold on them for the season because Sam Darnold, how reliable is he really? Now, Minnesota, they do have enough talent to win some games and be competitive. I think the Alex Jones, Brian DeBall led Giants is one of those teams they can beat.
Hey, let me give you a scenario here. Kirk Cousins
Okay.
goes back to Minnesota.
No.
Okay.
I swear to God, I'm telling you, bro, think about it. In a few weeks here, if their rookie quarterback in Atlanta, Penix, proves that he can handle this offense and that they feel they don't need Kirk, and Darnold falls flat on his face, Minnesota has connection. He already knows the offense. Why wouldn't you bring him back? We've seen teams bring people back before.
Wouldn't you
It's
see the
just a shitty
Giants go for
scenario.
somebody like Kirk Cousins?
No. They
No.
can't. They won't even take a quarterback at fucking 6 overall. What makes you think they'll go for Kirk Cousins? No. No.
Dan's about to get fired.
Bro, if they were getting a quarterback, he'd already be on this team. I'm telling you right now.
Exactly. I was surprised they didn't take a quarterback during the draft. I'm like,
Bro, they could have grabbed 3 quarterbacks and they went with a wide receiver. They believe in DJ for some reason, even though after 7 fucking years the kid has done nothing. A tiger doesn't change his fucking stripes. He's not waking up tomorrow and realizing how to fucking play football. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't happen like that. The kid would have been good 3 years ago if he was going to be good. My point is, if they wanted a fucking quarterback, they would have taken one in the draft or got one in the offseason, someone cheap. Hell, you got Baker Mayfield out here outplaying Daniel Jones, and everyone says Baker Mayfield sucks. So if Baker Mayfield sucks, what the fuck is DJ? Because Baker statistically is better. Huh?
Didn't Daniel Jones get hurt last year?
Yeah, he tore his fucking ACL with like 4 or 5 games left. And he was still doing shit. They were losing.
So on that note, I got the Vikings.
Offense, man. It's the same offense. What wide receivers is he throwing to besides Neighbors?
yes, exactly.
And all you got to do is cover Neighbors. You already got rid of Saquon.
Oh, that's right, Jacksonville.
Yeah, you got rid of Saquon Barkley and brought in Devin Singletary, the weakest part of the fucking Buffalo Bills offense over the last 4 fucking years. He went to the the Texans last year, had a breakout season, but yeah, that whole fucking team had a breakout season.
They beefed up their defensive line. They beefed up their offensive line.
Who?
The Giants.
With who? Burns?
Um,
One player?
they got Burns.
It
They
takes
got
9
Burns.
people, dog. It takes 9 people. Burns is one fucking guy. You still have a whole secondary that's shit. Your linebackers are shit. You have 2 guys on defense, and Dexter Lawrence and fucking Brian Burns. They can't change it all, dog. You still got to stop people. You still got to score points. You got a quarterback who sees ghosts every fucking play, and once he can only not throw the neighbors anymore, you can't trust Devin Singletary to run the fucking football. What's going to happen? They couldn't even win games
think
with
the Giants are
Saquon
going to beat the
Barkley.
Vikings. I didn't say they're going to be good this year. I just think they're going to beat the Vikings. I don't think the Vikings are that good.
No,
All
but
right.
the Giants are worse.
The Giants are like, this is a bad game. I'm not gonna watch it at all. Like, I don't know. But next up, the Raiders at the Chargers. Oh my god. I don't know who to go
I'm
with.
not starting this one. Don't ask me to do it.
I'm starting this one. So it's like, eeny meeny. I don't
Sorry,
know
I
where-
didn't mean to be all pissed off on that one either. I've been holding that in all off season, listening to people.
No, you're good, dude. All's good. All's good.
Good
With
one.
that being
I like
said,
it.
I'm going with Chargers. I got to back up my former Michigan coach, Harbaugh. So there you go. All right. Nikki, who you got?
Chargers.
Okay.
Ain't Gardner Minshew the quarterback for the Raiders?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The Raiders
The
ain't got another
Tactical
tight
2.0.
end, but it's Gardner Minshew. I'm going to go with the Chargers.
All right. AK? We got the Chargers. We got the Raiders.
You know, man,
Okay.
I'm going to be real with you guys. I need the Chargers to do good, at least in this game, because I'm building a Chargers theme team on Mutt this year, so they can't suck. Okay. So I need Charger players on Madden real bad, so you guys need to perform good, okay? But no, I'm gonna go with the Raiders here, man. I honestly, I love Harbaugh's hiring. I think he will be good for Herbert. But bro, answer me one question: who the fuck is Herbert throwing to? Who's running his football? Like that's what I'm saying, bro. They don't really have anything. Yeah, they still have Khalil Mack and a decent defense, but I don't know who the fuck's gonna be their breakout wide receiver. I don't know who their halfback's gonna. You know, they just got a new one, by the way. Who was it?
Who?
J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins is the halfback for the
no,
Chargers.
it's not. No, it's not. According to ESPN on the depth chart, it is Gus Edwards.
Okay, well, even Gus Edwards, he's decent, but you know, I'm just saying it's going to be hard. They're kind of rebuilding the Chargers.
Yes.
You know, they are, and I'm cool with
so
that.
are the Raiders.
Yeah, but the Raiders have been rebuilding for 10 years. I mean, eventually they're getting lucky. You know, I'm going to go with the Raiders in here just because of Minshew magic, dude. He somehow, some way gets to pull it out. And listen, they still have some pretty decent players in Las Vegas. So I'm going to go Raiders, but I hope the Chargers get them because I need their players to do good.
All right. AK, Broncos, Seattle.
I am so going with Seattle on here. You guys know I was high on them last year.
Yes.
I'm high on them this year. Denver was a disaster last year. I know they got rid of Russell Wilson, but I'm not 100% sure Russell was the issue. I just think he was the patsy and took all the blame, and they shipped him out. But you know, I'm definitely going to go Seattle here, but we'll see.
Halftime. Who you got?
Oh, I got Seattle. I think Denver is still trying to figure out who Denver is. So I don't think they know what their scheme's going to be or what they're going to throw out there.
And they lost Jerry Jeudy too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nikki, who you got?
I got Seattle in this one. The Broncos. I mean, Bo Nix, we don't know what he's going to do yet, but
he's the captain of the Broncos now.
Right. Well, we
I
still
think
don't
he's
know
going to be a good quarterback, but
I do too.
It's going to take time.
This is their first game, though, and they're in a big rebuild. In Seattle, I mean, they still have some decent pieces, but they also got a new coach, so we'll see how this new coach pans out. But first week, I just got to go with the team with the better roster and the Seahawks.
Yep. I'm going Seattle too.
And 3 legitimate wide receivers, dog. Like,
Yeah.
I think Jackson Smith and the Jigaboo is going to be amazing this year, dude.
So, one question. What's the one thing both teams have in common?
They're both
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
Yes.
There you go. There you go. They both had Russell Wilson for once upon a time. So, and then, oh my God. Cowboys, Browns. I'm going Browns. I like their defense, man. I really like their defense. Nikki?
Whew, I do think, the Cowboys, I still think they could be a decent team this year. But the Browns, I don't see them making a big playoff run again because last year they kind of got lucky that Flacco came in with no expectations and caught the league by surprise late to make the playoffs. But they do have a nasty defense. Not as nasty as their starting quarterback, but I'm not even going to get into that.
Right.
All right, and you do have it's an interesting game. We don't really know what the Cowboys are going to be like with this new look until we actually see them on the field. Are they going to be competitive? Are they going to be below average? Are they still going to be another solid regular season team facing inevitable playoff elimination? We don't know yet. But it's like, I think, and the Browns, I see them taking a bit of a step back. I think on paper, the Browns have the better all-around team.
All right. Halftime. I think I know where you're going.
I'm going Browns. That defense is nasty. And I hate the Dallas Cowboys. I hope they fall on their face totally, completely. I hope they they don't win a game. That's what I want the Dallas Cowboys not to do. Win one game this year.
All right.
No, I got the Browns winning this one.
AK, who you got?
Listen, man. I hate to start out week 1 like this, but
I know where you're going. Yep.
Yeah. Listen, I understand we are Eagle fans. I understand we hate Dallas. But Dak's not a bad quarterback. Okay? We just hate him because he wears the star. If he was on any other team, we'd all probably say he was quite decent. So
I said if Dak would have been on the 49ers, they would have won a Super Bowl.
Exactly. It's just because he wears the star we hate on him. Kid's actually a really, really good quarterback. More so than what I believe in Watson. Deshaun Watson is the only reason that keeps me from picking the Browns here. I love the Browns defense. I love Jim Schwartz as that defensive coordinator. I miss the wide 9. Jesus, do I ever. But hey, is what it is. But that defense is nasty. And you see the wide 9 works anywhere. And you have Myles Garrett, who is phenomenal. But still, you got to be able to score points, man. And Watson has not showed that he can do that since, he left the Texans. So unless he comes out and finds himself again, I got to give it. They still have CD. They still have Parsons. They still have Bland. They still have Diggs. I mean, this team is still going to be good. We cannot slip up. If we do, they will be there on our heels again. So, you know, I'm interested to see Nick Chubb. That's who I want to see. I hope the
Me too.
kid comes back the same way he left. Now, granted, this is the third injury to the same knee, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little hard. Now, listen, if this kid does this, AP, I'm sorry, but you got to take a back seat because that's phenomenal. If you can come back from 2 ACL injuries in the same knee and still get over 1,000 yards, that's phenomenal. But yeah, man, Chubb has to be Chubb for them to win this game, unfortunately, because they're not going to do it through the air.
Ryan Chubb's not there.
Isn't he? Or is he? I don't
That's
know.
like week 5 or so, or week
Is
4,
it?
one or the other.
Yeah, and then they're probably definitely screwed for right now. And listen, Amari Cooper's their number one. Isn't he like 31 now?
Something like that. Yep.
He's older, so they got a good team, man. But you still need someone to pilot it.
Yep. All right. AK, Buccaneers or the Commanders? Commanders at the Buccaneers.
All right. First and foremost, I just need to say this: Mike Evans is the best wide receiver in the NFL by far, hands down, bar none. He's actually the best wide receiver in this past decade. 11 seasons of 1,000 yards receiving. Look at the quarterbacks he had throwing to him in those times, and he still had 1,000 yards. I told you guys last year, if he gets 1,000 yards with Baker Mayfield, I don't want to hear anyone put this guy down. You never hear about Mike Evans, and you always forget about him because he's silent and he just plays his position and he don't talk shit. Mike Evans is the heartbeat of this team, and I'm telling you, bro, I love what Washington did this offseason. I think they made a major, major jump forward. But dude, the Bucks are going to win this game, man. Baker looked really good with this team last year. Yeah, I just think the Bucks are going to win.
All right. Halftime.
I hate to say it, but I got the Commanders.
So you got to put your left hand up.
But it's because I like what they did in this off season. I think they really went, and I know they always like throwing money out, and they're not shy about throwing money at some guys, but I really like the moves that they made, and I think they're going to be able to be a good team. And I think the Tampa Bay and Commanders game is going to be close. I think the Commanders just pull this one out.
Oh, dude, It was disgusting giving Bobby Wagner to Dan Quinn. Bobby Wagner being his green dot on that defense is going to be amazing. No, I'm with you, bro. Love what the Commanders did. Love it.
And Commanders made some good moves. I mean, I was shocked that they made them kind of good moves. And they got Austin Eckler, by the way.
Yep.
I mean, listen, I did scratch my head a little bit on the Dotson thing. I mean, thank you. I appreciate it. But I did scratch my head a little on that one.
Yeah.
That was a questionable move by Washington. But, hey, if he doesn't fit their offense, who am I to judge him,
Yep. All right. Nikki, who you got?
I'm going to go with Tampa Bay on this one. That team, they're certainly better than people give them credit for. I mean, now do I think Baker's going to have the repeat statistical numbers? No. But against Washington, they're still finding their groove as a team. They're in a new era now.
All right.
But we'll have to see what they do, though, too.
So for me, I've said this all offseason long. I have the Commanders finishing second in this division. So with that being said, I'm going with Washington right here. And thank you for Jahan Dotson. We really appreciate it. Thank you for that. But yeah, I'm going with the Commanders on this one. Next up, Rams at the Lions. Okay. I'm going Detroit. I'm going Detroit.
I'm going Detroit.
I'm going
I-
Detroit. Now, I do think this could be a better game than some people are expecting. Like, I do
Yep.
think the Rams are going to go in there and actually make this competitive, but I still see the Lions as the better team.
Yep. So halftime, you got the Lions too.
I got the Lions, but I mean, I don't know why everybody is so high on the Rams. I mean, Aaron Donald just retired. Who's taking his spot? That's a big piece that they're going to miss. And nobody's really saying that. They just think the Rams are just going to be okay without him. And I think they're for a rude awakening of, and you know what? We're really missing this guy. He was a big, big part of it.
Yep. All right. AK, I think I know where you're going with on this one.
I'm gonna go with the Rams.
I thought you were going Detroit.
No, listen, I love Detroit. I love what they've done the last 2 years. I love Dan Quinn as their head coach. He has grit, and I'll tell you, man, it's going to be a deadly team for the next 5-6 years. Detroit has built themselves up better than I've ever seen them in my 36 years living. You know, Barry
And for
Sanders
my
would
30 years to live in.
Barry Sanders would shit bricks to have this team. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even playing. Calvin Johnson would come back to play for this team. You know what I mean? Like, it's actually a very good team for once.
Well, I will say this. Barry Sanders never had an offensive line like Detroit has. And
Or a defense.
he would love it. Because Barry Sanders didn't have a Detroit. They didn't have an offensive line when Barry Sanders was there. They just gave him the ball and said, work your magic.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm saying, man. It's a very good team, but I think a lot of people are low on the Rams because Stafford wasn't there a lot last year. You know, they were definitely hurting. Stafford was injured. I have Stafford as my comeback player of the year. Um, I think the Rams are going to be really good this year. I get losing Donald is a bad thing for them. You know, it's a big part of their defense. But we lost Fletcher Cox too, who is a big part of our defense. And look at what we're saying. You know, I'm just saying they planned for this. They knew he was going to retire. I'm sure he just didn't do it up out of the blue. I got the Rams here, man. And not just that. I say that the Rams because I think Dan Campbell's going to piss this away by going for it on fourth down one too many times. And you know, he has a tendency to do that. Let's be honest. You know, so.
Mm-hmm. All right. And that's.
It's up.
Oh, wait.
What's that?
There's one more. I thought
What'd
that
you
was
say,
it.
I said, he said Dan Campbell's going to fuck this team up.
Oh, well, no. But how many? He pissed four wins
He
away
does.
last year.
He does. He goes for it.
Yeah,
Way
I
too
know.
much.
There's 4 wins he should have had last year that he pissed away for going on fourth down. So,
Yep.
you know, I'm just saying it bites him.
No, you're right. He does. Yeah, he went for a lot of them.
Yeah, so just
There's 2 Monday Night Football games?
Wait, no, there's one.
One.
Just the
Oh, my
49ers
bad. I read,
Jets.
yeah, I read the
Sunday
date
night
wrong.
and one's Monday.
Yeah, I read the date wrong. Jets at the Niners. The Jets defense, on the other hand, now. I'm going Niners.
I'll go with the Niners.
I'm going to go with the Jets.
I knew it.
Hopefully, Aaron Rodgers don't get hurt in 3 snaps. I'm going to say Aaron Rodgers, but the Jets defense is also good. So,
Yep.
I mean, I know they're having problems with Sean Riddick over there, but, you know, you traded him. You knew he wanted a contract. When you trade for him, you should have knew he was not going to play without a contract. That's why the Eagles traded him, because they weren't going to sign him to that big contract. Now you think he's going to play for you without getting the contract. I don't understand what the Jets did there, but I still have it's Aaron freaking Rodgers, man. Come on.
Can he last more than 3 plays?
Okay, that was a fluke injury in 3 snaps. Nobody could ever sit there and tell me, hey, he's going to get hurt in 3 fucking snaps. Nobody. You might have said he might get hurt in a couple of games, not the first game running out on the field with a flag, and then here you are, 3 snaps, boom, done.
I mean, I have to tend to agree with him because in his career, Aaron Rodgers has been pretty much reliable. Yes, he has broke his collarbone twice, but that was twice at the end of the year with like 3 games left. And I think one of the years they weren't even in contention for a playoff spot. But for the most part, though, out of his, 18 seasons now? Something like that?
Yeah. Yep.
He's been there for all but 2. So he is reliable,
Yep. All right. So that's going to conclude.
Yeah, I got the Niners because I think Rodgers is going to be a bit rusty.
Yep.
AK, you picking the Jets?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
No, I do think the Jets will win, man. I'm with you. I don't know. I was expecting a big season from the Jets last year, and we all know what happened. And, they got Mike Williams over there now for them. They have Garrett, right? Their other wide receiver. They have their halfback that they like. So there's no reason that this team can't pop off this year. Really, the only thing you got to worry about is did they address their offensive line well enough to protect Aaron Rodgers? That was the reason why Darnold didn't work out there, because Darnold couldn't even stand in the pocket to throw a pass. So, the weak spot for the Jets has always been their O-line, kind of like the Giants. It must be a New York thing because
it's got to be.
But no, it's always been the O-line, man. So as long as they addressed it, I mean, giving us Becton didn't help you guys because he ended up being a gem, But yeah, no, I think Aaron Rodgers will do just fine this year, man. Will he be the Aaron Rodgers we all remember? Probably not. We're getting 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers, just like we got 40-year-old Tom Brady. But as long as the weapons are around him, Aaron Rodgers shouldn't have to do as much, So, yeah, I got the Jets here, man.